there's a good picture. I wish we could identify that one.
Oh, that's Jimmy Graham.
And everybody got him.
Yeah.
He was always around when there was any sort of calamity, but there were several of those over the years.
I had an uncle that went off the wharf, Fred Rooney. That's Pillow's yacht. I used to work on her when I was here. That could be me right there.
Massive fire, wasn't it?
That day, it was a real hot day. It was a tarred roof. They never did find out what caused it.
I remember that day well. I owned a little cottage down on Chandler Road at the time. That's mine right there, the blue one with the propane tank. One of the most coveted jobs available when you're a kid, delivering telegrams. You'd go down to the station after school, but then you had to deliver the hard copy.
Film starts at Macadam Station.
And then we go on to the Van Horn home, Miss Adeline Van Horn. We see Mrs. Heasley having a game of golf.
Here come the gang.
I remember all of the grown-ups were complaining about the weather. Because originally Charles was on our side, and then she came over too, so we got to shake both of their hands.
We were called approximately 5 after 3. Arrived on scene, found cottage craft was on fire. Once we were able to get it up above the fire and fight it from above, then it makes a huge difference.
One of the last Irish famine ships was the Jeannie Johnson. She came in 1853. It took us 5 years to get her here. A whole bunch of St. Andrews people. And we really wanted her to come. And this was a shipbuilding place. We built ships like that here.
Bill was a St. FX graduate, very successful businessman, and a guy who had incredible contacts. I mean, he was just one of those people who could bring things together, make them happen.
He was very interested in electrical engineering, technology, music, making films. He was a man for all seasons. With the sandbank 100 feet high as a background, the setting was made to order for Bill O'Neill and his movie camera. He took several reels of pictures, which will be shown later in Technicolor to his friends about town.
That's early, because that green machine is a seeder. The fellow goes in the back and he releases the seed into the furrows. And that's on the farm because they're bailing it from the barn. This is out at Beach Hill. This is out where Grace Helen Mowat had her farm. They were boiling the vegetable, probably cabbage, to get the dye. Yeah, see, there's the wool and yeah, exactly what they've done.
Oh, I know where that is. Good. That's out by Anderson House. And that was the rock garden. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Lady Tate was delightful to all her guests. Tate's gave wonderful old-fashioned tennis parties during the 30s, with everyone in their whites and delicious afternoon teas.
I wish I could read this paper. I can't quite read it.
Yeah, no. That's way back, because the bus stop used to be at Brown's Restaurant, eh, Dot?
Yes.
Where Andreas Hahn has that store now.
That's close to the corner of William and Water. Oh, Sydney, Halifax.
Sydney Cape Breton. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's Carmelita.
That's the Odell building being pulled down.
That has got to be, that is the Hashi board. That's Alphonsus.
W.C. O'Neill.
There's John coming out with his hand in his pocket.
John with his hands on his hip, I think.
Henry McCoy holding the door.
That car would be 40s, wouldn't it?
That's a 40s something.
The mammoth engine has been stopped, the hum of industry has ceased, and all is quiet in the new town that started a few months ago, full of such bright hopes. Around 1939, Bill O'Neill visited the site and recorded more film.
Here.
A sardine carrier, way back when, because no pump on it, no radar on it, just straightforward sardine carrier.
Yeah, and not one of those fellows that worked on there could swim.
To the Grand Manan. Oh, there it is being that, yeah.
Walkway going down.
There's the town band tootling away. That was a great band, and they looked sharp in their uniforms.
Oh, those were the snipes. You see that one of the boats all drawn up on the beach?
Yeah.
Those are snipes. And they had 20 odd of them, and they raced them.
Oh, look at the minesweeper being launched.
I still remember being on the platform when my mother christened one of those minesweepers.
She christened it. Okay. Maybe that's the one I remember watching being launched.
Yeah, I can remember that sliding into the harbor. Everybody just held their breath and made sure when it hit the water, it
still
was upright and everything. Yeah.
I remember who broke the champagne over it. They hit it twice before it broke.
When I was in high school, we used to meet in June. Every noon hour, look the girls over.
Yeah.
They used to go right down the wharf and
Yeah.
pick sardines up. There were 2 CPR wharves,
Oh, yeah.
and they used to store the fish sardines in there, and they go down there and
Yeah.
put them in the boxcars.
There's a picture taken.
He's posing.
Sometimes it's for a ride. They take us down. They get the water, then brought us back up.
Look at that. Isn't that great? In the winter.
Gotta be pre-war, this.
And Model A there, what's it called that? Randall Gleason had one.
Yeah.
It's Ford, into the 30s.
Look at that, no snow tires.
There's the way to do it.
The rest of the horses on.
Got horses.
No, there's no shirt and tie and hat.
See, everybody did the front street, see?
Yeah, and it's a restaurant there, the sign was showing. Bill Rollins.
Rand's drugstore.
They didn't carry the snow away then. It just stayed there.
That's right. That's Water Street.
No, I don't know.
No.
Look at the snow, look.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Wonder what
And
year
it
this
would
would
come. It would come in November and it would stay.
That's Sarah Donahue's house that got moved.
Skating.
Katie's Cove? Okay.
Katie's Cove.
Oh yeah, there's the O'Neill's barn.
Rosen. Of course, it was landlocked. That didn't happen very often.
That's the bathing beach side.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. We weren't allowed on that side.
Shamcook Lake certainly froze.
Shamcook Lake.
Yep, that cottage is still there.
This is cut nice. That would be the Chandlers and the O'Neills.
Yeah, and McCoy's.
McCoy's, right?
McCoy's.